We're excited today to be here at Lake Manatee State Park, where we're going to take a truck camping adventure and stay at this beautiful park and show you guys around. Lake Manatee Park is in Bradenton, Florida, and it's beautiful out here. There's so much to do and see, and I can't wait to take you inside the park. Their slogan here at Lake Manatee is "Welcome to the real Florida." So we're going to go in and see what the real Florida really looks like. So once you turn into Lake Manatee, you pull right up to the ranger station where you'll check in, even for day use. And as you can see, it's pretty popular. If you come into the state parks, it does cost $5 per vehicle, up to 8-person max, $4 for a single occupant, and $2 if you're a pedestrian, bicyclist, or have an extra passenger over 8. At this park, you are charged $4 for the boat launch and a $10 dump station fee if you are not parked here. Now keep in mind, if you don't want to pay an entry fee to these state parks, that you can purchase a Florida annual state park pass. So this campground does have room for big rigs up to 65 feet. There's a little book lending library with puzzles and magazines up here at the registration office. So you can rent canoes here. Underneath this little shed by the registration office, there are some bikes and helmets that you can rent if you want to do the trails and haven't brought a bike of your own. They have firewood here for sale, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Just check in with the office. They have a nice little trail here. It's marked for, it looks like ATVs. Speed limit's 20, and it says it's one of the easiest trails. The day use area has plenty of parking for you. There's a lot of things to do here, as well as the lake and a little beachfront, and we'll take you down there. We are headed to the watering hole, where wildlife and people depend upon Lake Manatee for food, water, and shelter. They even have a button. Let's push it and see if it really talks to us.
Welcome to the Lake Manatee State Park.
So we're going to take that paved path down to the lake and check out what we can find. So they do have a nice sand volleyball, as well as some grills and picnic tables.
Hey baby, look, I found the barbecue. Well, okay, it's a grill, but hey, what the heck, it'll still work.
There is a bathhouse, toilet, outside showers, and inside showers with running water. Relatively clean up next to the lake, so if you don't have facilities in your camping, you can come up here and use the shower in the bathroom. There are pets allowed throughout the park, with the exception of the swimming area. It's the only place that you cannot bring your pet.
We came to see this beautiful lake.
Lake Manatee.
There's no manatees in that lake.
Why not?
Because they built a dam. Darn it.
Let's go check out the lake.
Let's go.
It's beautiful. They have lots of benches that you can sit at and just enjoy Lake Manatee Lake. See, I think Fred's headed to one.
There's no shade.
There's a tree right there, honey.
84 degrees.
Don't you love it? They have a caution alligators next to the swimming hole. So alligators are present along the trails and waterways of this park.
Can I swim with them?
It says absolutely do not swim with the alligators.
What do they know?
You can rent the boats up at the office, and they do also have life jackets there. So if you didn't bring your own, check it out at the office. So their beach area is very tiny, and I'm not exaggerating. I think it's more of a swimming hole because that's the only little sand here. The rest is grass. So we need to get a team out here, meet up at the volleyball pit, and play a game of volleyball. There is a horseshoe pit along with the volleyball pit. If you do not bring your own equipment, you can rent equipment up at the office for a small fee. They do have a nice pavilion here as well, and if you want to rent it out for a large gathering, just check and call with the ranger station. The pavilion, if you want to rent it, is about $75 a day. Check with the office. It comes with a big huge grill, water, and electric. They have trash cans and recycling areas throughout the park. It is plastic and glass only for your recycling, but there are many different locations throughout the park. There's a very nice playground area here, complete with swings, slides, and a climbing area. They have lots of interpretive signs where you can push buttons and listen to what they have to say. Pretty cool. So there is fishing here. If you want to fish, though, you have to check with the fishing Florida Fishing Office to see what the license.
You will need a license.
You will need a license. There you go. You can't have a boat on this water, but you cannot have a motor over 20 horsepower, right?
Right, but you can have electric motors. That's what we have.
Mm-hmm.
We're green.
Lots of parking room for your trucks and trailers, and a porta-john. They have a nice boat area where you can launch your boat, but remember, boat motors restricted to 20 horsepower or less here on this lake. There are 2 ramps for your boats, 2 docks. They look to be floating docks. Depending on the season, spring, summer, fall, or winter, you can find largemouth bass in this river, channel catfish, sunshine bass, speckled perch or crappie, bluegill, and red ear sunfish or shellcracker.
Here's where we are here.
All right.
You just follow this straight back, make your first left, and then your first right, and it's one way. Just follow it all the way around, you'll be right here on the left-hand side.
Okay.
At the sites, they have water and electric, but you have to come out to the dump station. And since we're so little in our black tank, we're gonna dump because we have used this, and we're gonna dump before we go in and then dump when we come out. This is where we keep our sewage hose. Not a lot of room in here, as you can see. It's toward the back. I do keep the sewage hose in a little plastic baggie. Now, I'm not sure why, but this does not have a place to keep this up. And so you have to hold it. It's super easy to hook up and twist. I do like it when they have the foot pedal where you can just push it down and put it into the container. Stick it in there, put a rock on it to hold it, and we're going to let it flow. We're gonna pull the black one. Oh, there's plenty in it. Here, turn it towards me a little bit as you back up. Straighten it up. There you go. Come on back. Come on back. Come on back. I would stop there, give our stairs some room. He's my super duper backer upper.
You know it. Well, we got a nice sprinkler up there.
That's what you were talking about. You don't like them.
No, but I assume they come and turn it on when nobody's here.
Even though it's big rig friendly, they do not have 50 amp electric here. They only have 30 amp and 20.
But we don't need it. Get our handy dandy auto former. Did it light up?
Uh-huh.
Everything good?
I don't see anything red and bad.
There you go. Well, invariably, if you have a long cable like this, you never have to use it. You just run 2 feet. Your typical trailer plug, it's got the notched and the notch. We just line those up. Oh, we're not even plugged in. Normal RV type of plug, sideways, just to confuse you. Okay, put it right there so you should be able to see the lights.
So what are you getting out, Fred?
Our gray water tank.
Awesome.
We got our fancy gray tank hose here. We spared no expense. This is the sink connection. There you go, nice and tight. Wooden tank. Grab our magic gray tank. There you go. When we leave, we just dump that in the old dump.
We've had a lot of questions about our gray water tank in the Palomino, in the wet bath, and the reality of it is there really isn't one. Since there's no gray water tank, the storage that we have for the water of the shower is the drain pipe and what is in the bottom of the shower. We put the teak down so that we wouldn't be walking in any puddles. We have a gallon of water here, and today we're going to see how much the drain will hold. Actually, our drain pipe isn't very big at all. As you can see, it's already starting to fill at the bottom. This is how much water we poured out of this gallon before the pipe filled up. We boondock a lot in this, so when we want to take a shower, Fred put on this hose bib and we just connect the bladder to it and let her rip. When we bought this unit, we thought it had a gray water holding tank. It says so on the sticker.
Hooked up to water. And I always like to rinse out the hose because you never know what's crawling in there, especially when they're not connected like the other one is. So water the grass, you know, be nice to the environment. But this one, you hook the hose directly to it. One thing an experienced camper always carries is washers. And somehow the washers like to stay on vacation. You cleverly have these stairs. You just strap them down a little bit so they don't bounce. These are TorkLift GlowSteps. Actually, I kind of like them. I get them about the 45 degrees. And these have little glow-in-the-dark steps. So.
I love this campsite. It's beautiful, spacious. Has 30 amp electric and water. You do have to go out to the dump station to dump. But the location is absolutely gorgeous. We will be building a fire tonight. The camp ring is embedded into the ground. That's interesting. A nice little picnic table that we'll be having some dinner at tonight. We brought some charcoal so we can try cooking out on the grill over here today. Gonna have a good ribeye and some hot asparagus. We are self-contained in our little unit, but they do have a nice bathhouse here that if we need to go, we can venture off to. And we're super close, right, Fred?
I could almost walk.
So it looks like you'd have to cross over the jungle to get to the bathhouse, but there is a little walkway there, so it's not so bad. We'll check out the path to the bathhouse. Can't get lost here. We'll also check out the bathhouse. Can you see Fred through the jungle? There are two circular areas for the campground, and inside both circles there is a bathhouse. We're gonna go inside and take a look and see how nice the showers and facility is here in the bathhouse. There are 2 showers and 1 handicap shower here. Each shower has a staging area where you can put your bags, your towels, and other items before getting into the shower. There are 4 sinks, nice mirrors, 3 regular toilets, and 1 handicap stall. There's an easy pathway to get to the day use area and to the lake from the campground. We are walking up Longleaf Trail. These trails are well done. They are wide. If you need to sit down and rest along the way, they do have some park benches for you to sit, relax, and enjoy the area. Some of the trails do have sand in them, so if you're on a bike, be careful. I know I kind of wag out on a trail with sand. You see more leftover flooding. As you can see, it's well marked, so these paths are pretty cool. It's a restricted area ahead, so we need to veer on to the left and stay on the trail. Watch your stepping, but not bad. Very flat, easy to do. You can use your bike or also hike these little trails. And I would consider almost every trail here to be an easy trail. I almost forgot to mention that if you're into geocaching, that this park is open for geocaching, and things have been hidden here. Firewood here is $5, and you level the cradle full, and that's how you know how much wood you will get for $5.
All right, it's time for the Manatee State Park Cellular Service Report. Well, T-Mobile's in the lead here with 303 megabits per second download. That's right, the old 5G kicked in on that one. Upload is 11.7. Not too shabby. Verizon comes in second at 4.27 megabits per second download and 6.56 up. We all know what that means. Anyway, meanwhile, AT&T, a Last one in at 2.98 megabits per second down and only 0.22 up. Well, actually, if you got T-Mobile, you'll be doing pretty good. Otherwise, I don't know. So, but hey, you want to be out enjoying this beautiful park. And the lake, the fishing, gotta be one of the nicest parks we've been at. We really enjoyed our stay here. We'll talk to you next time.